Hey there, this is Veena from Cake, the channel that's about baking and much more. And if you're looking for authentic ingredient proportions and all the essential instructions for each recipe, you've come to the right place. Okay then, let's get cracking with today's recipe. Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make soft and tasty Mexican tortillas at home. Tortillas are to Mexicans what chapatis and rotis are to us Indians. And trust me, making them at home is so much easier than many people think. The right technique and a little practice is all you need to make them. Traditional wheat tortillas are made with whole wheat flour and animal fat. But nowadays all-purpose flour is commonly used. And animal fat is often replaced by vegetable fat, butter or cooking oil. But today we'll make tortillas with a mix of all-purpose flour, that is maida, and whole wheat flour, atta. And since in my opinion butter makes tortillas even tastier, that's what I'll be using in this video, brought to you by Cake. We'll begin by transferring 1 cup of maida and half a cup of atta to a mixing bowl. To this we'll add half a teaspoon of salt. Flour makes the tortillas healthier, besides making them easier to roll out and reducing the resting time of the dough. Now let's mix in 2 tablespoons of softened butter with a wooden spoon. I find using a wooden spoon at this stage is easier and quicker than squishing the butter between your fingers as you mix it in. Many tortilla recipes include baking powder, but mine doesn't, and neither do recipes for traditional tortillas. This is half a cup of water here. It's hot water. It's not lukewarm, but fairly hot. To make a soft dough, we'll need a little less than this, and so I'm holding back maybe around 2 tablespoons, and will then carefully add only as much of it as I need. The hot water makes it easier for the butter to get incorporated well into the flour. It looks like we might not need any more water, but I'll know for sure only after I switch to working the dough with my hand. Here's how you have to work the dough. Just bring it together and press it down. Our dough needs to be soft but also slightly sticky. But if you add too much water by mistake, the dough will be too sticky. And this could happen even with those who make tortillas every day. All you have to do at times like this is add some more flour, a little at a time, and bring the dough to the desired consistency. Now you might need a little more or a little less water than what I'm using today, depending on how you've measured the flours and the butter. To be on the safe side, I would say start with around 3 tablespoons less than half a cup of water. This should be okay. Now smoothen the top, cover it with a bowl and let it rest for around 15 to 20 minutes. Sprinkle around 1 teaspoon of dry flour on the dough and work it lightly again for a few seconds so that it's soft but doesn't stick to your fingers. Add a little more flour if you need to. Divide the dough into 6 parts, rolling each between your palms to shape it into a ball. I'll cover the dough balls to keep them from drying out. And here I have some whole wheat flour for rolling out the tortillas. Let's roll out the first one. Liberally dust flour over your rolling board. Flatten the ball of dough evenly and coat it well with flour. Applying light but even pressure with your rolling pin, roll the disc into an oblong shape. Give it a quarter turn and roll it out like before. This should get the tortilla into a roughly circular shape again. Dust the rolling board with flour Flip the tortilla over. Sprinkle flour on the other side too. And continue rolling. Stretch the tortilla as evenly and thinly as you can. Don't focus too much on getting a perfectly round shape. Just see that you use as much flour as you need to roll the dough smoothly. Finally, lightly dust the tortilla with flour and transfer it to a large tray or thali with the dusted surface down. This tortilla is around 8 inches in diameter. Let's roll another one. Repeating the same procedure as before. One thing you could do to make things easier for you to start with, especially if you're a student or new cook, is divide the same dough we prepared into 8 parts instead of 6. Each of these would give you a tortilla of around 6 inches diameter, which would be much easier to roll out. Now normally I roll out and cook tortillas simultaneously. That is, while I have the first one cooking on the griddle, I roll out the second one. But for this demonstration, I'll be rolling out all 6 tortillas at a stretch and then cooking them one by one on a tawa. I would suggest that to begin with, you too could do the same. And even if you're making a bigger batch, don't roll out more than 6 tortillas at a time. I'll dust off the extra flour from the first tortilla and transfer it to my griddle. It's been heated on medium-high heat for around 2.5 to 3 minutes. After 15 to 20 seconds, when you see small air bubbles appearing all over the tortilla, flip it over. You could use a spatula to do this. Around 15 seconds later, you'll see larger air pockets appearing across the tortilla. Move it around on the griddle, taking care to see that the edges too get well cooked. Flip it over again and soon the air pockets will merge to form even larger ones. Press down gently on the tortilla to help it puff up. Don't heat it for more than 20 seconds or so on this side. You could take it off the griddle at this stage or flip it one more time and after a couple of seconds transfer it to a plate. Let's cook the next tortilla. Some points to remember. If you want soft tortillas, don't overcook them and don't cook them for more than around 20 to 25 seconds on each side. My tortillas have somewhat darker spots because my tawa's non-stick coating has partly worn out. But if the tortilla starts burning in 15 seconds or quickly develops dark brown spots, you'll need to turn down the heat a little. If air bubbles don't start forming in 15 seconds or so, it indicates the tortilla isn't getting enough heat and so you'll have to increase the heat a little. I would say on an average, each tortilla could need around 1.25 minutes to cook, maximum 1.5 minutes. And let me point out that the air pockets may not always merge and make the entire tortilla balloon or puff up. But don't worry, your tortillas will still be soft. I was hoping to show you a partly puffed tortilla, but sorry, all of today's tortillas were on their best behavior. Let's take a closer look. See how soft the tortilla is? It's tender and so easy to tear apart. To keep tortillas soft longer, put them in a paper towel lined container or sealable plastic bag. Now don't expect your very first attempt to produce the best results, okay? Mine didn't either. But with every attempt, you'll surely get better. Coming back to the stored tortillas, they'll stay good in the fridge for a week or more. I learned how to make tortillas by trial and error, and I'm now passing on my knowledge to you. So that's how you can make soft and tasty tortillas at home. Just make sure the dough is slightly sticky and you roll out the tortillas as thinly as possible. Hope you'll give this recipe a try. And when you do, you can be sure the delicious taste of your tortillas will encourage you to make them at home every time you want to enjoy some. Hope you enjoyed today's video. But if you have any questions, do drop them in the comments box and I'll be happy to answer all of them. And do stop by again for yet another quick and tasty recipe. Till then, take care, happy cooking!